All right, guys. Hello and welcome to Monday Meetup. We have someone very special to me doing Monday Meetup today. And I am just so honored. I asked her, it was 2 weeks ago, if she would do this Monday Meetup call. And her first initial response was, "Oh my gosh, like this is way out of my comfort zone. Let me think about it." And then she was like typing, I could see it. And she's like, "You know what? You've been telling me get out of my comfort zone, and I'm going to say yes, I'm doing it." And I'm like, so I'm super proud of her. She has been someone that has just chose to go all in despite of her uncomfortability,
Mm.
all the things. And she is just, failing forward, doing the things. And even if she gets a no, she is still doing the things. And, she's having a successful business right now. And something she's going to speak about tonight is her and her husband are going to this training currently. And little world, she's also doing it with my brother-in-law from back home. So and it's all connected to John Maxwell and all the things that we've been, kind of tampering in. And I'm just so proud of her. And I'm going to pass it over to her because I could go on and on about how proud of her I am and all the things she's doing despite just having a baby a few months ago. But I'm going to pass it to you, girlfriend.
Okay. Hi, guys. So tonight we're going over the law of mirror, which is the steps to build your self image. So I'm gonna be looking at my computer, and then so if I'm not looking right at you guys, that's why. So everything that I'm going to be talking about tonight is from one of John Maxwell's books called The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. Really good book, long chapters, but I recommend everybody reading it at some point. So there's 10 steps, and the first step is to guard your self-talk. It says, speak to yourself the way that you would want people to speak to you. And I don't know if, you guys kind of struggle with this, but sometimes like when you're going through something, you're negative when you're talking to yourself. And so I wrote down, losers listen to themselves and winners constantly are quoting scriptures to themselves. And there's some scripture that I put down that kind of helps with that. Philippians 4:8 and Romans 12:2 and John 14:27. And another thing that I love about this class is it's really Christian based. So that's something that's really awesome. Add value to yourself before you see value in others. And then choose which lens you want to, guide your life through, either a negative lens or a positive lens. And step 2, stop comparing yourself to others. You do that by focusing on what you can do to improve and grow. I don't know if you guys kind of struggle with this, but sometimes I do a lot. I compare myself to others quite a bit, and I'm really trying to work on that, especially in this business, because, some of us are in different stages and we're growing and we're learning new things. So I'm really trying not to compare myself to others. And then step 3 is move beyond your limiting beliefs. So what's one thing you wanted to do in your business but didn't think you could do it? Once you identify that belief, define how not doing that thing is limiting you. Then think, if you did do that one thing that is limiting you, how will it make you feel? And what will it enable you to do? And what might it do for your career? And if anybody wants to share, you're more than welcome to, or we can keep going. Okay.
I think I'll say something, Danielle. So
Okay.
you said what is one thing that, repeat the question again for me.
What is one thing that you want to do in your business but didn't think you could do it?
Okay. Mine would be to lead a team of women and help them get to, go through the ranks, silver, senior silver, basically lead and coach them to do the exact same thing I did, right? That was very much out of my comfort zone, but also something that I wanted to do, knew I could do, but I knew if I did that, then I also would promote. And if I didn't do that, then I wouldn't, right? And that we all can kind of relate to that. We get to a certain point in this business and in leadership where, we do have to start leading. We do have to start coaching, and us ourselves, we have to be coachable as well, right? And that's something that I think we all do a really great job of, is tuning in to Monday meetups, tuning into Growing to Gold Call. And we are very, very fortunate that we have people on this team of all trades that we can learn from, whether it's from a silver ambassador. They, even if you are a silver ambassador or not even a silver ambassador and brand new, you have so much value to bring to this team. And you're always welcome to lead a call or to give your advice. Just because you aren't a certain rank doesn't mean you hold any less value than anyone else here. And it doesn't mean you don't have the potential to get to gold, senior ruby, diamond, And so I would say for me, it would just be to just put my blinders on and know sometimes that person might really intimidate me, but usually those are the people that I need to go to and coach them and just see if they're open to being coachable as well. And I feel like that kind of has helped propel me in this business and help me get out of my comfort zone as well. Good question.
Thank you for sharing. Okay, so another thing is for self-talk, write down negative self-talk that limits you, that speaks over your life. Write down 5 things you can say to yourself to change that self-talk into something that is positive. And I still haven't really done this yet, this challenge that he was talking about in the book, because I'm still working on it. But I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. But anyway, so your thoughts are very important, because what you think you say, what you say you do, and what you do becomes a habit. Be careful what you think, because that's probably what's holding you back a lot of the time. So again, just be positive about the things that you are doing throughout the day and in this business. In the end, it isn't what you are that holds you back, it's what you think you're not. So number 4 is add value to others. It's hard to feel bad about yourself when you're doing good for others. Adding value to others helps them value more. And something I put that helped me get reminded about this for Plexus is I feel like our team leaders, you guys have been amazing about this, about adding value to all of your VIP members and all of the people that are on this team. So that's a really great testimony to our team leaders, because you guys are awesome and very loving and caring and supportive. But then number 5, do the right thing, even if it's the hard thing. So my notes for this, it says, do something that you know is going to suck to build you mentally, knowing that that's the only thing that will suck during the day. So get the hard things out of the way at the very beginning of the day, just so that you know, the things that aren't as fun to do, they're not as bad. They won't make your day as bad. When I was going through this with the person who's teaching the class, he used the example of people who like to work out. Some people hate leg day. I don't know if we have anybody that works out on here that hates leg day, but they do squats every single day to help build them mentally and to get through their day a little bit better. And they know that they'll get better at doing squats and they'll come to enjoy it maybe later on. And then number 6 is practice a small discipline daily in a specific area of your life. Boost yours by making small steps that will take you in a positive direction. And then celebrate small victories. Whatever gets celebrated gets replicated, and whatever you permit, you promote. And I love that we always celebrate anything that's small, even if, you know, I mean, like promoting, that's something big. Getting promoted. And I love that we celebrate those victories, or even though we didn't meet a goal, like I want 6 people this month, I might not get those 6 people, but we still celebrate those small victories. And then share stories, share the highlights of your life, and shout praises, but whisper criticism. And I think we do a really good job of, you know, sharing everything great that's happening in our business. And then later on, we are, you know, going back to our team members and saying, hey, maybe this is what we can work on next time. And, you know, like for me, it's retention and stuff like that. That's kind of the bleed in my business right now. So it's just good to go through, you know, criticism and, you know, take criticism and work on it. So number 8, embrace a positive vision for your life based on what you value. Cast a vision of what a positive environment could be. One will not make a team, but one negative person can break a team. And I know I've heard this multiple times on our trainings. I think Jill said it one time on one of our goal calls, you don't want somebody that's, you know, cussing all the time and, you know, just has a negative attitude. If you allow negative people in our organization, it's allowing water into our ship. And when we get water in our ship, we sink. And then number 9, practice the 1-word strategy. And this one is very difficult for me because it's, if you could pick only 1 word to describe yourself, what would it be? And what are you that Jesus is also? So I don't know. I still have troubles. I'm really trying to work on myself, and I'm trying to learn more about myself. So the 1-word strategy was kind of difficult when I was reading this chapter. But what are 3 personality traits on your list that you share with Jesus? And then know who you are, and don't ever assume that God will ever love you more or less than what he does right now. So does anybody want to share maybe 1 word that describes you that Jesus is too?
Well, I could go through all of these pictures and name a word for every single one of you. But Danielle, I could pick on you for a minute. Yours would be, since you're having trouble with that, I think very much so yours would be kind. Like you are the kindest person. And your heart is just so pure and always means well. I mean, it truly, truly is.
Well, thank you.
Someone else I could pick is Jen. Jen, yours would be, oh, she's like, what's me? Yes, you. A word for her that would be like Jesus. Ooh, she is someone that's, I'm like, ooh, I could name a lot for you, Jen, but yours is just like you have a heart of laughter and joy. I would say yours is joy. And I truly feel like Jesus, you know, gave joy. And I truly feel like when I look at Jen, when I'm around Jen, she is just a sparkle of joy, right? And so, you know, just other people that I look at right now in their faces, like kindness comes to mind, right? Joyful comes to mind, giving comes to mind, just overall good people, you know? So anyway, I could, passionate. Marissa, you're very passionate, determined, protector. I'm protective of my people very
I like
much.
that
So.
one.
Yeah. Mason, you're protective. Yeah. Anyway, now I'm just rambling.
Thank
Now I'm
you.
like thinking of a word for everyone. I'm like, now what's mine?
Okay,
Just to give some more
Kendra.
input.
Good.
So Lyme disease taught me to have compassion for other people. So that's something like I don't at all want to toot my own horn, but just to throw in some input. Compassionate is definitely something that I feel like I'm more open to.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing, guys. Okay, let me find where I'm at. So on that, be who you are and continue to be that person and don't compromise it. So number 10, the last one, and I know I'm kind of talking fast. I do that when I get nervous. Number 10 is take responsibility for your life. No matter what you're going through or the troubles that you have faced or anything, whatever you guys have gone through, you matter, you have value, and you can make a difference. And one thing I love about Plexus is all of you guys. I love our community. I just feel like everybody is so sweet and nice and supportive. And I love that we bring God to the table too. I love that we're not afraid to speak about Jesus. And I don't know, I just love this company and I love you guys so much. So that's all I have for tonight. And I appreciate you guys listening to me. I hope you guys took as much away from this as I did, but I was a little nervous to share this with all of you. But yeah, does anybody have any questions or anything they want to add?
I'd like to add something. I'll just say, for one, I'm so proud of you for getting on here and leading a call, because
Thank you.
kudos to you. I haven't met you yet, but if you're going to convention, I'm a hugger, so get ready. So kudos to you, did a great job. And every single time that someone speaks to us, someone is going to take something, if not multiple things from it. It was great. Like, I legit downloaded this book. I'm going to listen to it. It's on my Audible. Can't wait. But I also love, you're right, like, our community, and like, it doesn't matter where we come from, what our story is. Like, you can literally lay us all out, whether you got a group of teachers, a group of corporate workers, whatever. But if you actually lay us out, we're all different. We come from different backgrounds, different states and cities and families. We all come together for our common love of each other, of growth, of helping others, of being, the hands and feet of Jesus. Like, and I love that. So kudos to that. I was just thinking, like, the last thing you said, like, yes, like, it doesn't matter where we're from. I, again, haven't met, I don't know, probably half of y'all in person, but we love you and we all pray for you and we're all in this together. And if we have a question, we all come together to find an answer. And I love that. And I think that's great. That doesn't matter where we're from. We're all in it together. So yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
I just want to say I agree with all that. And I'm so proud of you for getting on, and you did so great. I wanted to emphasize, like, I think it was number 7 where you talked about enjoying the journey of where you're at, especially, and we can relate that with this business, and get in the mindset, like you were talking about, of like, when it's the last day of the month and we don't hit our goals, and it just really can tear a lot of people down, and it goes into the next month and so on. And it's been very important, something for me to learn. And I know a lot of other people, is appreciating how far you got, even if you didn't get to your rank. And that goes with our business. And that goes when we're trying to help people with their business, and we're trying to help people even with their health goals. If they're like not seeing stuff, results quick enough, especially with these products, we know they take a while. But we emphasize, like, well, are you sleeping better, or is your energy a little better? It may not be weight loss. And that could be for any number of health goals that people have. But with this business, it's so important to celebrate the small wins with our health goals, like when we're helping other people, and with the business goals. I know I've talked with a lot of people. They're like, I just want to get to this rank, or I just want to do that. And I can understand, because I've been there, but I've had to really pull back layers of that and just be like, you know what? I worked as hard as I could, and it may not be to where I want to be, but I know I'm going to get there if I don't give up. And that's what I love about this company, is that, the timeline may change, but the goals never change with this. So that's number
Right.
7 out with me. And then when Jen was talking, I just had like this aha moment of how this is such an amazing company. And I feel like we are all, in our own way, very kind, good people. And maybe we joined Plexus. We joined Plexus because we were all a little lost as far as our community and our health around minded people. And so I feel like this company just kind of brings you in with that community and being able to help others. So I was like, oh, that's, kind of what I think is like, company, not just for the products and the opportunity, but for the community too. So
Absolutely.
I just want to.
And I'll finish with, and her title, she wanted to title this Steps to, what was it? Steps to Help Your Self-Image, right?
Yes.
And so I think too, even if you're brand new or been at this a year, 3 years, 10 years, you just have to do the dang thing, right? You have to show up. You have to be consistent. And you might not always know the answer to something, but you find it, you ask about it, and you just fail forward and you do it, right? And, a lot of the times, if you're just honest with people or you're vulnerable, that can have a connecting factor with people and they can relate to you. And when you're talking about plexus, even with them, or not even plexus things, maybe you're talking about how you did just join this company and you're just like, I don't really know about the products. I don't even know what they're going to do for me. I just started. I don't even have a testimony yet, but would love for you to join me, right? You are just, you're talking freely about them, right? And then I feel like that in general just helps build your self-image because, you're having those out of comfort communication and conversations with people. And I would just say, just to continue to do that, continue to get out of your comfort zone, continue to grow, continue to plug in, continue to bring people along with you, to tuck them under your wings and get them in that lifeboat with you. Because like we all just said in here, we have this fabulous community, we have these fabulous products, but most importantly, we have the best community. And how do people know what they're missing unless we invite them to our table? And I truly don't feel like I do that enough. Like we can never do that enough. We may send out 5 messages to people a day, inviting them and talking to them about plexus, but we could always push for one more. So always remember, one more. You could do one more. And I think that will help propel you, and not even just like talking to one more, like doing one more thing for you. I can say one more positive self affirmation to myself, right? I can read just one more little sentence or verse in the Bible, right? Just one more, just one more. And that's going to help propel you, I feel like, as a person, as your spiritual journey, as a wife, as a mother, as a leader. And just remember one more, one more. And I know Jill's talked on this before too. One more, and just kind of have that like ringing through your head for all the things. So I just wanted to end on that. And Danielle, did you want to close with anything before I stop recording?
No, I think that's all.
Okay, you did amazing. And I truly am so honored that you didn't even skip a beat when I asked you to lead this call. She was like, yes. And that is, helping with her self-image, right? That is helping her be a leader. Anyone that's on her team that showed up, anyone that she shares this video with, that invites them to a next Monday meetup, she's gonna be like, yeah, I've ran one of those. And you can do it too, right? If I can do this, you can do that. And just tell people that, if I can do this, you can do this. So I'm proud of you. As always, I love all y'all. And I'm going to stop recording.